Are you serious? Are you serious? We have more terror attacks, more explosions, more threats going on. First of all, ricin, deadly ricin on an envelope in Washington, D.C. in the mail facility. CNN's reporting that an envelope that tested positive for the deadly poison called ricin was intercepted Tuesday afternoon, yesterday afternoon, April the 16th, the day after the Boston Marathon bombing. They found it at the U.S. Capitol's off-site mail facility in Washington, D.C. Congressional and law enforcement sources are telling CNN. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid said, and he was told the letter was addressed to the office of Senator Roger Wicker, who is a Republican from Mississippi. A laboratory in Maryland confirmed the presence of ricin, after initial field test indicated the poison was present. Senate Sergeant at Arms Terrence Gaynor said the letter had a Memphis, Tennessee postmark and no return address. Gaynor wrote in an email to senators and aides in a statement late Tuesday that the U.S. Capitol Police said more tests would be conducted at the Army's Biomedical Research Laboratory in Fort Derrick, Maryland. So deadly ricin in a letter sent towards Senator Wicker of Mississippi. Also, Atlanta, Georgia. And I want, first of all, let me just thank, for that report, let me thank Penny for getting that information to me. Michelle got this information to me also yesterday. Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta Fire Department officials say that a thrift shop employee has been hospitalized with burns after a package he opened exploded in the thrift shop. Atlanta Fire Department Captain Marion McDaniel says the unidentified worker was taken to Grady Memorial Hospital with burns to his hands and legs. Authorities are investigating the incident. Police and fire officials remain on the scene during this terrorist attack of the Veterans Thrift Shop on Memorial Drive, Atlanta, Georgia. Again, terrorist attack or plot. But wait, there's more. There's also been terrorist explosion of a bomb in Bangalore. I want to thank Nick of New York for this information, but according to the authorities this morning on April 17, 2013, an explosion Wednesday in Bangalore outside the office of India's main opposition party injured at least 16 people, including policemen, according to authorities. The incident in the crowded residential Maleshwarma area of the country's IT hub was outside the office of the Hindu nationalist Janata Party. Bangalore is the capital there, and so somebody has planted a bomb. It exploded. Of course, this was the pre-election duty of these folks that were there. Television channels reported at least 8 policemen apparently were on pre-election duty and were among the 16 injured in the blast. This happened in India. But wait, there's more information. During my live broadcast, which I'm on every day, called The Coming Apocalypse, and you can listen to my show on at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. I'm on from 12 noon to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live chat, live streaming. Go to the live streaming page. Also, the first 2 hours are on Blog Talk Radio. The name of my show in the current events section is called The Coming Apocalypse. During the show, there was a gunman spotted on a campus in Wisconsin and put the campus on lockdown. A gunman was spotted on a campus in Ohio, putting it on lockdown. A gunman was spotted on a campus at Duke University in North Carolina, putting it on lockdown. And there was a gunman on a campus in Texas, putting it on lockdown. All simultaneously, it was happening yesterday afternoon during my 3-hour show. There was one arrest during the show at the campus in Wisconsin. A gunman was arrested for carrying a gun through the campus of there in Wisconsin. But I have not heard the reports on the rest, but I'm just saying, terroristic activity, the explosions at the Boston Marathon has brought a lot of fear and trauma into the situation. And we need to be really keep our eyes open for what's going on around the country. Without question, still, the number one suspects has to be Al-Qaeda when it comes to the Boston Marathon. It was a pressure cooker that was used for both explosions. Pressure cookers filled with nails and ball bearings and BBs and shrapnel pieces of metal, so that when the pressure cooker had a timer on it, when it was in a duffel bag and it was laying right up next to a mailbox there at 666 Boylston Avenue in Boston, at the finish line of the Boston Marathon. Also, there was one up the street a little further, same street. So, there's no question that evil is at work. And it's working in not only just within radical Islamic groups that do terroristic attacks, but it's working among the Illuminati, the New World Order, the One World Government, or as the Bible refers to it, the Beast. And last night I was on the Hagman Report for 3 hours last night, where Joe and Doug Hagman each really interviewed me intensely on a variety of key things that has to do with the end time apocalyptic Bible prophecy scenarios out of Revelation. We talked about Middle East. We talked about terrorism, the Boston Marathon. We talked about corruption in federal government. We talked about the New World Order, the 666 building on Fifth Avenue in New York that I've personally been in. We talked about the One World Trade Center. We talked about corruption in many areas, and we also talked about the Mark of the Beast, my book, Mark of the Beast, RFID, how there's been a lot of the things written in this apocalyptic scenario, this novel. A lot of what I wrote has come to pass. This is not a prophecy. This was not meant to be a prophecy. But many of the things we wrote in this book have come to pass, including the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI, and also the election of Mohammed Morsi when there were 13 candidates, and he was running for president of Egypt from the Muslim Brotherhood out of 13 candidates. And we wrote that he won the election. And matter of fact, I even put him on the cover of the outside cover of the book before he won. And he did win. Also, the fact that I was going to put Mitt Romney on the cover with Barack Obama in case who won there. I would have had the president on the book. And the Holy Spirit also told me don't put Mitt Romney's picture because he's not going to win. Several things. And then drones, little miniatures, mosquito-type drones that I wrote in the book would be taking place in the last days. They confirmed those drones have been developed and are going to be used soon by the federal government. There's a lot of information. So we talked about a lot of things at the Hagman. Listen to that show. I think it would really bless you. Find the archives at the Hagman Report. I think you'd be blessed by it. All right. There's a lot more to talk about, and I'll be right back. There's been a massive earthquake that has just hit in Papua New Guinea of 6.8. There is no initially tsunami warnings, but we're watching closely as this is breaking news, as this has happened today on the April 17th, 2013. I'll be right back. Give your life to Jesus Christ. This is the last days. You need to be born again. Time is truly running out.